Khan. The book of Luke, chapter 12 and verse 49. I am come to send fire on the earth, and what will I if it be already kindled? Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai. Call Halal Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Harakah Quadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. Peace and blessings and much salutation to the Lord's hopefully elect who continuously push this doctrine. Wherever ye have been scattered in these last days, to you I say Shalom, Akim Shalom. And yes, when I say this doctrine, okay, the three lyrics that are found in the 14th chapter of Revelations, which is to fear Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, not to take that charagma, which comes through fear. And if you take that charagma, you will feel thermonuclear fire, thus saith the Holy Bible. Okay? The title of this video is, and just like that, 2026 starts off with a bang. Just like that, 2026 starts off with a bang. Just 1 weekend, all right, into this so-called new year, and things are just spiraling out of control as we would like them and love them to see, okay? Matter of fact, sticking it to Luke, all right? Sticking it to Luke, all right? Luke chapter 21. Luke 21 and verse 31. So likewise ye, when ye see these things come to pass, when you see these prophecies being in full-fledged manifestation, as they are today, as it says in Matthew the 24th chapter, speaking of the fig tree parable, when its branches are tender, ye know that summer is nigh. When these prophecies start to befall before your very eyes, Luke 21 and 31, know ye that the kingdom of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai is nigh at hand. As it also says in Romans, man. All right. Now it's high time to wake out of sleep for our salvation, redemption, go hand in hand. It's nearer than when we believe, man. Okay. So I'm going to get this little quick headline from endtimesheadlines.org. It's actually off of Instagram. Okay. Get some scriptures and close this video out and make it real short. All right. It says 1 week in and the world is on edge. We are only 7 days into the new year and the globe is already a literal powder keg. From the jungles of South America to the streets of Tehran, which is what? In Iran. And even our own front doors. The chaos is relentless. Another thing I seen today too, the Edomite lady got smashed. She's now in the spirit world from ICE. Yes, ICE put her to death. Matter of fact, there's been several shootings up there in Minnesota. The governor is out of control. Okay? Now he's calling for the National Guard to come in. All right? Let me get that, man. Okay? Second Esdras, chapter 14. All right? In verse 16. I'm about to do a breakdown on. It says, for yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter. Now you're finna see a rerun of 2020 and 2021. Basically 2019, 2020, however you want to put it. Okay, it all was the same event. Matter of fact, in one of those years, I think it was in January when Kobe Bryant got evaporated in that helicopter, eviscerated in that helicopter, obliterated, annihilated in that helicopter crash that happened in January, and these things would just roll downhill from there. The world was came at a standstill, was on lockdown. Now you're seeing that same thing happen again with this pestilence that's happening. That got everybody sick. Okay? Cases are rising and rising. You see that little graph that be on social media. You got states that's in the red. You know, they got the little color-coded states. State that's in the purple. Louisiana being one of them. Purple means what? We have the highest, rate of these cases here. Fair use. I'm only saying what's going on in the news and linking it to Bible prophecy. Evils are growing upon earth. As I just read, man, 1 weekend. And it just, bang. Prophecy is on schedule. But as we get into the real new year, which is around the springtime, you're going to really see things ramp up. And as I was just going through my photo gallery, Brother Save, photos of Yahushua, all right? Articles, okay? Like this one I just screenshotted off of endtimesheadlines.org. Screenshotting shorts, all right, on YouTube. Hebrew prayers to keep us from the hour of temptation. Prayers that the Lord does not take his Holy Spirit away from you, according to Psalms 51. Just all these things, man. I ran across one that said solar eclipse in February, man. I think it was on the 17th. And we know what follows after these signs in the heavens. Death, destruction, salvation. Also, man, as I just read in Luke the 21st chapter, when you begin to see these things, and upon, as they say, we read, upon Yahushua's, crucifixion, everything was darkened, blood moons and everything. Upon this, deliverance, Acts 1 and 9, signs in the heavens. It's going to be the same day in the day of the Lord. Nothing new under the sun. 2 Corinthians 14 in verse 16, for yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen. Remember what that Edomite Bill Gates said? Along sitting on the side of his whatever that is. I'm just saying his wife. All right, Melinda Gates. Oh, you didn't take the one in 2020 serious, right? Which was nothing but a test run. All right. You will with this one. Now they're saying this pestilence that's happening now, it has those same characteristics as the thing that happened in 2020 and 2021. Greater evils. It's going to get worse than this, man. You ain't seen nothing yet. You watch that movie Songbird, guys having hazmat suits on, delivering packages, transporting packages through basically through a shuttle, because you don't want to come in contact with another person who may have been affected by this pestilence. Okay? Yeah, that's going to happen. You're going to have chemical wars in Jacob's trouble, biological wars, radioactive material being released. Remember, this is going to be a time unlike none other. Then it's going to go nuclear. Back in that article, it states that here's the breakdown of the madness so far. Number one, Venezuela. In a move that shocked the world, U.S. forces launched Operation Obsolete Resolve. That's what they call it. It's in quotation marks. Capturing Nicolas Maduro in a lightning strike. But as quick as this, I think it was only a matter of minutes that they took this guy out. It's only a matter of minutes that Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, is going down, according to that same chapter in the book of Luke. The Lord said he beheld Satan as what? Lightning to the earth. He's going down. Just that. That's why you're seeing things roll and speed up fast as these days get shorter. All right, these prophecies are going faster and faster. It's all in alignment together. All right, 2 Ezra 14 and verse 17. For look how much the world shall be weaker through age. You've had the Egyptian captivity, the Babylonian captivity, the Syrian captivity, the Persian captivity, Salaki, the Greek captivity, the Roman captivity. Now we over here in Babylon the Great, the last captivity for the Israelites. And it's all of them wrapped up in one. It's all of them wrapped in. Better is the end of a thing than the beginning, man. All right? Imagine this thing just now starting and it's so much hell happening up on earth. You wouldn't be able to make it. That's why Yahushua said in Matthew the 24th chapter that he has to shorten the days because no flesh would be saved. But the way this man is moving with these robots, you're going to have robot dogs. These drones are going to kill people. AI itself. You got ICE agents on the ground, boots on the ground. The National Guard in America, boots on the ground. It's the siege happening. It's the build up to a totalitarianism, a police state. Let me get the definition of that, man. I'm going to do a video on this. Come to my next video, Lord willing. There's so much prophecies happening that, may have to put a video on the back burner that you already scheduled and you're going to have breaking news that happens to where you go right in on that topic right there. It's something in the world where they say, if you see something, say something. It's what we're doing. Whatever we see, we're reporting it on the news. All right? It's the definition, all right, of police state. All right? A police state is a country where the government uses perversive surveillance. Is that not happening now? Is not global surveillance happening right now, Salaki? That ginger and turmeric tea, all right? Is that not happening now? Surveillance, global surveillance happening all over. We're being watched. The digital ID, carbon footprint. Repressive social control, an all-powerful police force, often including secret police, to maintain power. Like I said in the last video, Trump will be he's the king of Babylon, all right? And he will supersede power by this right here. It's the Lord setting him up for, to rule, to be that final ruler over Babylon the Great. It's been the Edomites coming out on platforms saying Trump is the last president of the United States. Trump himself got on a platform a couple of weeks ago and said, this may very well be your last Christmas. You got to pay attention to, that's why I've always said that, and Brothers in Great Millstone have always said this. You got to watch and pay attention to what these Edomites be saying, whether it be in the Oval Office, doing the State of the Union address, or just talking, doing interviews, period. They mean that, man. We've already talked about a dark winter. As these days speed up, and you're going to go into the spring, actual New Year, Passover. And we know what happens around Passover, all right? Brothers be getting sifted out of the truth. A lot of, brother, shit be happening, man. You can lose your life before, during, and after. And simultaneously, plagues be happening also, man. So the more we get closer to the return of Yahushua, the days get darker, man. The days get very, very dark. But you got light right here in this truth right here. You got to hold on to it. Isaiah 33:6. It says, to maintain power, suppressing dissent, and restricting freedoms like speech. Is that not is that not happening now? It's in the news. Anti-Semitism. Guys are coming on saying we have to limit and protect the First Amendment. The crackdown on the internet. Here we go. Amos. Amos chapter 8, verse 11. Behold, the days come, future prophecy, saith the Lord power, that I will send a fat one. Lord said he's going to send something. Speaking of the internet, remember Job 9:24 said the earth is given to the hand of the wicked. Esau's going on record to say they wish the internet was never created because it's exposing their agenda. So the same global surveillance that you're using right now, as I just read about in this police state and also in the article, that same weapon is being used against you to catch your ass in your act. It's as they dropped that direct energy weapon over there in Hawaii, where that laser beam came down and destroyed everything. You got cameras around to actually catch you in the act. Esau Edom, you dumb. I ain't even go. You dumb SOB. When you say it like that. He's so smart, he's stupid, man. The same sword you've been blessed with is being used against you. That's the same sword you've been blessed with via that nuclear weapon is going to be used against you to take you completely out of power. Like I always say, how are you going to get everybody micro-C-hipped if everybody's dead? Once nuclear fire is released on the earth, that's it. For all humanity, except the Lord's remnant. Okay? All right? So that's the definition of police state. And it has way, way more on here, man. Okay? Back in the article. All right, let me supersize it. All right? Number 2, Iran. The streets of Tehran are burning. I did a video on that yesterday, protests. All right, as I read earlier. All right, or quoted earlier, according to Luke, I think it's in Luke the 10th chapter, where Yahweh spoke about, Luke 12th chapter, where Yahweh spoke about adding more fire to the earth. People getting killed, setting things on fire. Now this thing is spreading all across Tehran. They're talking about taking certain names off Iran's boulevard and naming it Trump Boulevard, screaming for his help. What started as economic protests have turned into a full-blown uprising. Let's get it. All right. Second Esdras chapter. Yeah, I'm still in 14. Second Esdras 14 and verse 17. For look how much the world shall be wicked through age, so much the more shall evils increase upon them that dwell therein. It's funny how Netanyahu went to Trump and was asking him about putting more strikes and actually bombing Iran's nuclear facility and going to get Ayatollah Khamenei and putting him, if not apprehending him, putting his ass to death. Now the word that got leaked out that this man is the Ayatollah of Iran has a route, an escape route to go to Russia. And it's been leaked that this is where he's going to go. So the United States is on to him in that act right there, man. We'll see. All right, we'll see how it plays out. That's why you got to stay on your watchtower. These evils are increasing. Venezuela, Iran. Let's go on. Let's go down the line. All right, I said I was going to make this quick. All right. Russia. Putin isn't sitting this one out. From condemnation of the Venezuela strikes to solidarity with Maduro's active successors, the Kremlin is watching America's every move. The book of Isaiah. Oh, man, don't you just love Bible prophecy? What an exciting time to be alive, but to be in great millstone. All right? Call Allah Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. The book of Isaiah. Isaiah chapter 13. Isaiah 13 in verse, is that 17 that I want? Isaiah 13 and 17, behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver. And as for gold, they shall not delight in it. Because how is it going to get you out of war, America? You know, that may be the last form of currency the U.S. tries to use to establish peace. Because they're not going to want to, you go to war with Russia, that's it for America. And it's going to happen regardless. You're speaking from a political standpoint and from Bible prophecy. You don't want to go to war with Russia. You know, just from political standpoint, you don't want no smoke with that. People talk about China all the time. China has just a arsenal of weapons, man. Oh my gosh. And Russia has more than that. The Lord said he wasn't going to raise up Moab, raise up Ham. The Lord said he was going to raise up the Medes, which are the Russians. Talking to you, Nate, over there at IUIC. Because you seem to think that the Persians are the Medes. No. All right? I can prove that when we go to Daniel the 8th chapter. Okay? Got to do a breakdown on that, man. Got to get all these breakdowns and all the information. Like I'm just getting off the conference call with all Akim, getting it while you can, because it's finna be on the go. It's finna be no more. Isaiah 13 and 17, behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which is who? America, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, it shall not delight in it. They are bows. So currency is not gonna get you out of war. Like you watch that movie Life. On the movie Life, you had Eddie Murphy was at the crap table. A city boy playing against country boys. They was beating the brakes off him. He even said they beat me down on my damn socks. He ran out of money. What did he offer? He offered that watch. Because it's a commodity. I don't have any money, but you can take this. We're in a cashless society right now, on the brink of it. Going to the digital age. And they're going to come with the silk, going to come with the gold. Silver is skyrocketing high right now. That's why you know we're on the brink of World War III now. When commodity, silver and gold start to rise, war is coming. It's one thing I told my Akim out there last Saturday. When you see that happen, no war is coming. When you see flights getting canceled in certain parts of the land, no airplanes coming in, nothing going out, everything is grounded, war is coming. All right? I can read on down with that, but, like I said, I'm going to make this quick. All right, it says, all right, so we got Venezuela, Iran, Russia, and on the home front, and now the ICE crisis. ICE is hitting our own backyard. Large-scale immigration raids have sparked massive protests in cities like Minneapolis and Chicago after a fatal shooting during a raid today. Our streets are turning into war zones of unrest. Second Esdras, chapter 8 and verse 50. For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter times shall dwell in the world. Not only just this, people having economic pain. Like I said it on social media again today. People saying, hurry up and file your taxes because another global government shutdown is imminent. So here it is, you tribes about to run into the panic button. You thought you was let me get that. You thought you was good, but guess what? You finna be in misery, as you've always been, because you're under the curses. This is 2 Esdras chapter 16 and verse 21. Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case. You thought the government shutdown that happened a couple of months ago was, I escaped that one. Now you're in it now a month, not even a month later, give or take a few, you run right back into it again. Well, the Bible says in the book of Amos, though one flee from this one, he's going to run dead into something else. The Lord is surrounding you trials on all sides. But the men of the Lord are going to be well nourished and taken care of. Isaiah 65. Okay? Yeah. It says they shall think themselves to be in good case, and even then shall evils, there it is again. I just read it in the 14th chapter. Here it come back again. And even then shall evils grow upon earth. What are those evils? Sword, famine, and great confusion. Death. And when you're in a confused state of mind, I'm going to do another video on that too, going into the word perplexity in Luke the 21st chapter. When you're in that state of mind of confusion, you don't know which way to turn, which way to go. Now you're calling on Trump to help you, like the people of Iran are doing, the people of Venezuela are doing. And they hate Trump as well. They hate him and like him at the same time. Niggas over here in America calling for Trump to help them. Woe to you that go down to Egypt for help. And the Lord gonna give you over to that cruel Lord, as it says in Judges 10 and 13. Go and cry to him in your time of tribulation. Let him help you. When you're in a confused state of mind, you don't know, what do I do? Where the men of the Lord at? Nah, we're not out there no more. We're not teaching no more. Amos 8 and 11. We're gone. What are you gonna do? Who are you gonna call? Ghostbusters? Who are you gonna call? You're gonna call Esau Edom. He's gonna give you that charagma, the MOTB. That's it. Period. All right? Watch this. Buckle up. Because at this rate, 2026 is going to be a wild ride. Revelations chapter 12 and verse 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. That's your wild ride right there, man. Like Elder Apostle Gabar always say, strap up, Akim. Gonna be a bumpy ride into the kingdom of heaven, but an exciting one. Giving all infinite honor and glory and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Hyrakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. And peace and blessing to the Lord's hopefully elect who continue to push this truth. Abba Ball, Kwam Yasharala, Shalom, Akim, Shalom.